Have you ever wondered if you really need to hire an attorney to draft your will, or if an online service like LegalZoom can get the job done just as well, and perhaps for a fraction of the cost? It's a question that countless people grapple with when facing the daunting task of estate planning. On one hand, you have the promise of convenience and affordability that online platforms offer. On the other, there's the traditional wisdom of entrusting such crucial legal matters to a seasoned professional. It's a classic DIY versus expert dilemma, but when it comes to your legacy, your family's future, and the careful distribution of your hard-earned assets, the stakes are incredibly high. Today, we're going to peel back the layers of this complex decision. We'll explore the undeniable allure of online willmakers, examining what they do well and where their limitations truly lie. Then, we'll delve into the world of traditional attorneys, understanding their unique value proposition and why, for many, they remain the gold standard. We're not here to tell you which path is definitively right for everyone, but rather to equip you with the knowledge and insights you need to make an informed choice that aligns with your specific circumstances, your financial situation, and most importantly, your peace of mind. So let's start with the online contenders, the most prominent of which is often LegalZoom. The appeal of LegalZoom and online will services. Convenience and cost. There's no denying the immediate appeal of using a service like LegalZoom to create your will. The process is designed to be streamlined, user-friendly, and accessible from the comfort of your own home. You typically answer a series of questions online, filling in your personal details, identifying your assets, naming beneficiaries, and designating an executor. Within minutes, or perhaps an hour or two, you can have a seemingly complete will generated. The primary driver behind this popularity is, undoubtedly, cost. A basic will through LegalZoom can range from around $99 to $249, with options for couples often available at a slightly higher, but still significantly lower, price point than what you'd typically pay an attorney. Some plans even offer limited attorney access for an additional fee or as part of a premium package, which might include 30-minute consultations for a year. This affordability makes estate planning feel achievable for individuals and families who might otherwise put it off, deeming it too expensive or complicated. Another significant advantage is speed. If you need a basic will in place quickly, perhaps before a trip or due to an unexpected life event, online services can deliver. You can complete the questionnaire and have a document ready to print and sign within a very short time frame. This immediate gratification can be incredibly appealing, especially in situations where time is of the essence. Furthermore, these platforms often provide clear, step-by-step guidance on how to complete the forms and what information is required. They simplify legal jargon, making the process feel less intimidating for those who aren't familiar with legal terminology. They also often offer a suite of other estate planning documents, such as living wills, healthcare directives, and powers of attorney, allowing for a somewhat comprehensive, albeit self-directed, approach to your entire estate plan. For individuals with very straightforward financial situations and family dynamics, for example, a single person with limited assets and no dependents, or a married couple with adult children and clear wishes to divide assets equally, a basic will generated by an online service can be legally binding, provided it's executed correctly according to state laws. This usually involves proper signing and witnessing, which the online services will instruct you on, but ultimately, it's your responsibility to ensure these formalities are met. However, this is where the waters begin to get murky. The limitations of LegalZoom. When simplicity becomes a risk. While LegalZoom and similar services are excellent for basic documents, their one-size-fits-all approach can quickly become a significant liability when your life or assets don't fit neatly into predefined boxes. The biggest limitation is the inherent lack of personalized legal advice. These platforms explicitly state they are not law firms and cannot provide legal counsel. They offer templates and information, but they cannot assess your unique situation, anticipate potential complications, or advise you on the most advantageous strategies for your specific circumstances. Consider these common scenarios where a templated will might fall short. Complex family dynamics. Blended families with children from previous marriages, estranged relatives, or dependents with special needs introduce layers of complexity that a standard template simply cannot address adequately. What happens if a stepchild is inadvertently excluded, or if provisions aren't made for a child who requires ongoing financial support and care. An online will might not offer the mechanisms for conditional gifts, staggered distributions, or the establishment of special needs trusts, which are crucial for protecting vulnerable beneficiaries. Significant or varied assets. If you own a business, multiple properties, valuable collectibles, intellectual property, or have significant investments, a basic will might not be sufficient to ensure smooth transfer and minimize tax implications. Estate planning attorneys can help you navigate complex asset types, advise on strategies to avoid probate, and identify tax-efficient ways to distribute your wealth. LegalZoom, while offering some trust options, often lacks the depth of customization required for sophisticated asset protection. Potential for disputes. Ambiguity or omissions in a DIY can lead to costly and emotionally draining legal disputes among beneficiaries after your death. For example, if a specific asset isn't clearly assigned, or if a beneficiary designation conflicts with your will, it can create grounds for a challenge. An attorney, through careful drafting and clear language, aims to minimize these risks, anticipating potential conflicts and building in safeguards. State-specific nuances. While LegalZoom claims to offer state-specific documents, the nuances of probate laws, inheritance taxes, and specific execution requirements can vary significantly from state to state and even change over time. An online service may not always keep pace with these subtle but critical legal shifts, potentially rendering parts of your will invalid or ineffective. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.